So in this video, we are going to talk about all the tools which we are going to use throughout our course. Some of the tools are required, some of them are recommended. So let's just see these tools. First of all, we need Bluetooth adapters. So I have two adapters. So we are going to use these two adapters in this course. So one is with antenna and one is without antenna. So you can get antennas, adapters with antennas or without antennas. Both adapters will work, but make sure you get Bluetooth adapters only. There are certain adapters which comes with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi both. So I would recommend to have adapters which only works on Bluetooth protocol. So these are the two adapters. Then there is NRF 24L01 module which we are going to use. Let me just focus. So this is the module which we are going to use. So this module is with external antenna. There are certain modules which come without antenna and the antenna is built in on the PCB. So any NRF 24L01 module will work with antenna or without antenna. It's up to you. And we are going to use this module with Arduino. I'm going to use Arduino Uno, but you can use Arduino Nano, Micro, whatever flavor you have, you can use with this module. Then there's a recommended thing, which is this chip. It's known as NRF 52840 module. We are also going to use this module as well. It's not required, but it's recommended to have this module as well. Then there is Raspberry Pi 5, which we are going to use in this course, and we are going to use its built-in Bluetooth adapter multiple times. So it's also recommended to have this Raspberry Pi 5 as well. So these are all the things which we are going to use throughout our course. So make sure you have at least Bluetooth adapters and NRF 24L01 module with you. Thank you. So in this section, we are going to start with Bluetooth and we will see what is Bluetooth. So before starting to find vulnerabilities in Bluetooth protocol, let's just first study a bit about what is Bluetooth protocol is and how this protocol works. So the reason behind studying a protocol is uh, 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 if we directly jump into finding vulnerabilities, we will end up only finding the vulnerabilities which currently exist in this protocol, right? And if we study the protocol, we might be able to find vulnerabilities near future as well, because we understand the protocol. We also did the similar method in our Wi-Fi penetration testing course as well, if you have done that course as well. So we first study the protocol, how Wi-Fi protocol works, and then we find the vulnerabilities in that protocol. So similarly, we will start with Bluetooth, and first we will try to study this protocol and how this protocol works, so that we understand this protocol, and then we will try to find vulnerabilities in this protocol. So let's just start with what is Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is a short range wireless communication standard that uses radio waves in 2.4 gigahertz band, similarly like Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi also uses 2.4 gigahertz band to transfer information between devices, and it relies on a frequency hopping spectrum method, which means it rapidly switch among 79 channels. Each channel is of 1 megahertz wide band to minimize interference and improve reliability. So in simple words, in simple terms, Bluetooth enables two or more devices to exchange data wirelessly without any physical cables. So it uses nowadays in IoT, file transfer, and all these things, we usually use Bluetooth. So when Bluetooth was first introduced, it exists as a single standard. There were no BLE or Bluetooth Classic. The term Bluetooth Classic and Bluetooth Low Energy, which is BLE, were later introduced to differentiate between traditional Bluetooth, which is now Bluetooth Classic, and its low power version designed for modern communication for modern devices, which is BLE. So what is Bluetooth Low Energy? So Bluetooth Low Energy, often referred to as BLE, or we also call it Bluetooth Smart, was created to support energy efficient communication, basically for small battery power devices, while it operates in the same band, which is 2.4 gigahertz band. But Bluetooth Classic uses a simplified protocol, and it reduces the set of channels to 40. This design lowers both power consumption and cost, making BLE ideal for IoT devices, health devices, and these type of applications. So let's just make a technical comparison between Bluetooth Classic and BLE. So as I said, there are 79 channels in Bluetooth Classic, and in BLE there are 40 channels. But if you notice, we uses 1 megahertz band in Bluetooth Classic, and in BLE we uses 2 megahertz band. Power consumption is high in Bluetooth Classic because there is a continuous connection. And in Bluetooth low energy, power consumption is very low because there is a connection on demand. So suppose that sensor wants to send data, it will make a connection and it will send data, and again it will come in hibernate mode. So of course data rate will be higher in Bluetooth Classic because there is a continuous connection. So it's good for audio listening, file transfer, and all these data transfer and all these things. Bluetooth Classic is very good. And in Bluetooth low energy, we have low rate data transfer. Because there is not a continuous connection, and if the sensor wants to send data, it will send data, and again it will become idle. So that's why the data rate is very low. So nowadays both protocols comes in devices. So if you see any phone or other devices, it supports both protocols, Bluetooth Classic and BLE. So both the devices can work easily, but the graph of BLE is increasing day by day. So we will try to find vulnerabilities in both protocols, Bluetooth Classic as well as in BLE. So we will start working on Bluetooth Classic and BLE from next section. First, we will study the scanning, how we can find devices, and then we will continue from there. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to start with Bluetooth adapters, and we will see what are the functionalities available in Bluetooth adapters and try to understand these adapters a bit. So let's just start. So over here, you can see I'm using Kali Linux in my virtual box. So let me just show you. This is my virtual box, and if I go in devices, in USB, you can see I have two adapters connected with my virtual box with my Kali Linux machine. Over here, you can see these are the two adapters. So let's just see these adapters in action. So let me just first zoom in, and let's just see. So first of all, make sure all the tools are available in your Kali machine. So these tools are already available. If these tools are not available, you can just use this command. Let me just do sudo su first, and let's just do apt install BlueZ and BlueZ-tools. So this is the command to install all the Bluetooth libraries. So let me just hit enter, and over here you can see all these tools are already available. So let me just clear out. So if you have worked with Wi-Fi penetration testing, and if you have worked with Kali Linux before, we usually use ifconfig. This is a common command which we use in Kali Linux to check adapters and IP details and other adapter details. We use ifconfig, and we also use iwconfig to check adapters, wireless adapters. So over here you can see this is a ifconfig command. Similarly, we have similar command to check Bluetooth adapters. So the command is HCI config, nothing else. So we can just type HCI config, and over here you can see we have two adapters which are up and running. You have to make sure the adapters are up and running. So you can see these two adapters. You can see the MAC address and other details as well. We will come to these details in a moment. So these are the two adapters which are available in my Kali machine, which I have connected. So what you can do is, if the adapter is down, first of all, you can also make these adapters down. So let me just do HCI config. It's a similar command like ifconfig. So we usually use ifconfig wlan 0 or wlan 1 to make adapter up or up and down. So we use up for making the adapter up and down to make the adapter down. So we have the similar command over here as well. So we can use HCI config, and then we have to use the adapter name. Over here you can see HCI 0 and HCI 1. We have two adapters, so let me just use HCI 1, and let's just use down command to make the adapter down. And let me just do HCI config again, and over here you can see the adapter is down. So before doing any testing, make sure all the adapters are up. But when you are removing the adapter from your machine, make sure the adapter is down, and then you can remove the adapter, right? So this is a common practice which you have to follow. Let me just bring this adapter up and running again. So I have to use HCI config again. Let me just first clear out, and let's just use HCI config, HCI 1 up. So let me just do HCI config again, and over here you can see both the adapters are up and running. Now we can use HCI. Let me just again clear out, and we can use HCI config -a to check all the details about these two adapters. So let me just do -a and hit enter, and over here you can see uh, uh, these are all the details about these two adapters. So let me just go through the main details about these two adapters. So over here you can see, first of all, HCI 1 adapter supports Bluetooth 5.3. Over here you can see, and HCI 0 adapter, which is also an external adapter, it supports Bluetooth 5.1. So this is the main difference between these two adapters, and the manufacturer of this adapter HCI 1 is Zhuhai Technology, and for this adapter HCI 0 we have Realtek Semiconductor. So these are the manufacturers. Over here you can see alias, which is a name of this adapter, which is Kali 1, and we have Kali 2. So we can change these names. We will see that in our coming videos when we will do some testing. Another important thing is packet type. So over here you can see the packet type supported with these two adapters. So DM1, DM3, DM5, DH1, DH3, DH5, HV1, HV2, HV3. These are the packet types supported with these two adapters. Both adapters support same packet types. Over here you can see. So what is the difference between the packet types? So more of the packet type supported, more of the device you will find. So over here you can see HV1 is for HV1, and HV2 and HV3 is for high voice. These packet types support high voice. DM and DH is for DM is for data medium, and DH is for data high. The main difference between DM and DH is DM is data medium is with error correction, and DH is without error correction. So this is the main difference between the packet types. So over here you can see the packet types and service classes. So these adapters support rendering, capturing, object transfer, audio, and telephone. So these are all the services supported with these adapters. So this is all about our adapters which we are going to use in our coming section. In our next video we are going to start with Bluetooth scanning, and we will see what are the different Bluetooth devices available in our vicinity. Thank you. So in our previous video, we did in-depth study of Bluetooth adapters. In this video, we are going to start with scanning, and we will do some basic scanning. So let me just first clear out. And the tool which we are going to use is SCI tool. So let me just do --help to see all the options. And you can see all these options available in this tool. We are not going to go too much deep in this tool, because we are going to study about another tool which is an enhanced tool, which we will see in our next video. But this tool is also important if you want to just scan Bluetooth classic devices. So this tool just filter out all the Bluetooth BLE devices, and it just shows you Bluetooth classic devices. So let's just see this tool in action. So we have two adapters, as we can see. So we can use HCI tool, and we can just use scan option to scan with the default adapter, which is HCI 0. and we can see the result. But over here, since we have two adapters, and if you have a single adapter, you can just use scan, and you can do the scan. But since we have two adapters, let me just do div to show you the adapters. So over here you can see we have two adapter, and this div is for local devices. Over here you can see in the option, and you can check out a few options over here. So let me just do HCI tool hyphen I to give the interface. We have two interfaces, HCI 1 and HCI 0. So let's just start with HCI 0, and then we will use scan, and it will start scanning, and it might take 5 to 10 seconds to scan. So let's just wait. And over here you can see we just found one device which support Bluetooth Classic. Let's just do the similar scan with our another adapter, which is HCI 1. So it's a good practice to have more than one adapter and then scan with both the adapters to get all the devices within the vicinity and see the adapter depth. So over here you can see both adapters are giving us the same result. So we have only one device available, a Bluetooth Classic device available within our vicinity. So in our next video, we are going to do some enhanced scanning, and we will try to find all the Bluetooth devices which are available in our vicinity, which support BLE and Bluetooth Classic both. We will see that in our coming video. Thank you. So in our previous video, we did some basic scanning, and we did scanning on Bluetooth Classic devices. In this video, we are going to use another tool. It's an enhanced tool. It will find almost all the Bluetooth devices within our vicinity. So let's just try to use this tool and see how this tool works. So the tool name is Bluetooth CTL. Let me just type Bluetooth CTL, and let's just hit enter. And this tool brings its own interface. Over here you can see now we are in Bluetooth CTL, and over here you can see two adapters as well, our adapters HCI 1 and HCI 0. So let me just show you the adapter. So I'll do list, and it will show you the adapters, and by default this adapter is selected. Over here you can see, by the way, all the commands which I am going to use over here in this tool, I have created a cheat sheet. Let me just show you. So this is a cheat sheet which you can use, and you can see all these commands, and we will use this tool thoroughly. We will go in depth in this tool. We'll use this tool multiple times throughout this course, but you can go through these commands as well. Over here you can see. So let's just go in our Kali machine. So this is these are the adapters, and this is the default adapter which is selected. Now we can change the adapter as well. So all you have to do is you have to use select keyword, and then you have to type the MAC address of the other uh, adapter which you want to select. So over here you can see the MAC address. You don't have to type the complete MAC address. You just have to type the first or two words, and then you can press tab and just hit enter. So all you have to do is you just have to type the select keyword, and then you can type the first two characters of MAC address and press tab. And now let me just do list again, and over here you can see the adapter is changed. There are a few other commands as well. So there is power on command. So if you are using the old version of Bluetooth CTL, you have to use this power on command as well to power on the adapter. But this is the latest version. But it's a good practice to use this command. So I'll recommend to use this command. And then you have to use another command, agent on. So what this command will do is it will allow our adapter to pair with other devices which are available for pairing. So let me just do agent on, and we will select default agent for pairing, right? And now we are ready to do the scan. So there is a scan keyword. Let me just type scan, and let me press tab 2 times. Over here you can see different options available in scan. So we can do on and off. These are two simple commands. After typing scan, we can do on and we can off scan if you want to off the scan. Then they are LE and breeder basically. So what LE will do is LE will only scan for Bluetooth low energy devices and breeder will scan for Bluetooth classic. So let's just see these two in action. Let me just do breeder first and let's just hit enter. And over here you can see uh, the devices which support Bluetooth classic. It's scanning for these devices over here. So you have to give a few seconds to scan. Let's just wait for a few seconds. And what you have to do is you have to type scan off after scanning, and we can type devices to see all the devices which we found. Let's just type devices and hit enter. So over here you can see we found two devices which support Bluetooth classic. Now let's just type scan again, and this time we will scan with LE, and let's just hit enter. So over here you can see it's trying to find all the Bluetooth low energy devices. So let's just wait for a few seconds. And let's just do scan off. And now let's just type devices. So over here you can see the devices it found using Bluetooth low energy command. Similarly, we can also use scan on. Let's just change the adapter and use scan on that adapter. So let's just do list. So this is our default adapter, and we will do select again, and this time we will use another adapter which is starting with 8C. And let me just type the MAC address. Use it with select, sorry. And the adapter is changed, so let me just type list. Adapter is changed now. Let me just do power on again on this adapter, and we will use agent on and default agent for pairing. And let's just do scan on, and scan on will find all the devices within our vicinity, all the Bluetooth devices, whether it's a Bluetooth low energy or Bluetooth classic. So it will scan for all the Bluetooth devices. Let's just wait for a few seconds. And let's just turn off the scan. And now let's just do devices. And over here you can see all the devices within our vicinity. Whether it's a Bluetooth low energy device or it's a Bluetooth classic device, we can see it over here. So right now we are seeing all the devices which are sending the beacon frames to connect or which are unpaired. So we are only seeing all those devices in this scan. In our coming section, when we will do advanced scanning, we will see a method through which we can find all the paired devices as well. So suppose my earbuds are connected with my phone, this scan will not show those devices which are paired. But in advanced scanning, we will see a method through which we can also see paired devices as well. So suppose my earbuds are, as I said, my earbuds are connected with my system, with my phone. We will see that in scan as well, those paired devices as well. We will see that in our advanced scanning section. So over here you can see using Bluetooth CTL we have found so many devices, Bluetooth devices within our vicinity. In our next video we are going to use Raspberry Pi 5, and we will use the default adapter of Raspberry Pi 5, and we will use the same tools which we have used right now with our adapter. We will use these same tools with default Raspberry Pi adapter and see what things we can find. Thank you. So in our previous video, we have seen different scanning tools with Bluetooth adapters. In this video, we are going to use Raspberry Pi 5 built-in Bluetooth adapter for scanning. So over here, you can see my Raspberry Pi 5 device, and we are going to use its built-in Bluetooth adapter. So over here on my machine, you can see I have taken SSH connection from Raspberry Pi 5 device. So let's just see this in action, so we will use same tools. So let me just do sudo su, and let's just do hci config first. So let me show you the adapter. So over here you can see there is only one adapter, which is a built-in adapter, and it's up and running over here, you can see. So we'll use hci tool first to find all the Bluetooth classic devices. So since we have only one adapter, we can use scan keyword, and let's just start scanning. So we have to wait for a few seconds to see the results. And over here you can see we found two devices in Bluetooth classic category. Now let's just use Bluetooth CTL tool as well. And first we will do power on, use the adapter, and we will use agent on for pairing, and we will use default agent. Now let's just do scan on, and it will scan for both devices, for Bluetooth classic as well as for Bluetooth low energy. So let's just wait for a few seconds, and let's just see what it finds. So here you can see the devices it has found. So we can keep it running, and it will find almost all the devices within our vicinity. So this is how we can use Raspberry Pi 5 as well for scanning for Bluetooth devices. We can use its built-in adapter for scanning Bluetooth devices. In our next section, we are going to go further deep into Bluetooth penetration testing, and we will see what else we can find. Thank you. So in this section, we are going to start with Bluetooth advanced scanning. So over here, you can see my phone is connected with my speaker. Let me just show you. Over here, you can see LBS speaker. So I want you to note this name, LBS speaker. We will use this name in our scanning. So let's just start with the scanning. So over here, you can see I have connected external Bluetooth adapter. So we will start with Bluetooth CTL. So let me just go in Bluetooth CTL, and let's just do power on, and we will do agent on for default pairing, and we will use default agent, and now we'll start scanning. So we know these devices like these speakers and all these things comes in Bluetooth classic category. So we will only right now we will only scan Bluetooth classic devices, and let's just see if we are able to find this speaker or not. So let me just do scan and breeder to scan for Bluetooth classic devices. So let's just hit enter, and let me just do devices. So over here you can see it's still scanning, and let's just do devices one more time. So over here you can see I'm still scanning. I haven't stopped the scan, but we are not able to find this LBS speaker in our scan. As I said before, the devices which are already paired with other devices, these devices don't come up in scan. So we cannot search all the things within our vicinity. So those devices which are connected, we will not able to see these devices in our scan. So how we are going to make these devices visible in our scan? For that, we are going to use our jammer. The jammer which we created in our previous video, we can use it over here in advanced scanning. So we can also use NRF24L01 jammer, but I'm going to use this purchase jammer. So the results are good with this jammer, so I'm going to use this jammer. So you have to keep your scan running. Over here, my scan is running, and let's just connect this jammer. So the devices are disconnected and again comes in pairing mode. So let me just connect this jammer. And over here in my phone, you can see all the devices are disconnected, and LBS speakers are also disconnected. So let's just wait for a few seconds. And over here you can see I have just disconnected my jammer and we are able to see the LBS speaker. So after a few seconds you have to disconnect your jammer and you will able to see all the paired devices as well. So these devices will come in pairing mode, and when these devices will come in pairing mode, you will able to see these devices. So you have to note down the MAC address of this device. This will go again in pairing mode, and this device will be removed from the devices list. Let me just show you. So see, the device, this device is removed. Over here you can see. If the device is in pairing mode, it will remove from this list. So you have to note down the MAC address for further attack. So this is the MAC address of my LBS speaker, which I have to note down. So this is how you can do this advanced scanning, and you can find all the devices within your vicinity, whether the devices are connected or not. In our next video, we are going to do the same scan, but this time we are going to do this scan on Bluetooth low energy device. So let's just see this in our next video. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to do the advanced scanning on Bluetooth low energy devices. So over here, you can see my Oppo watch is connected with my phone. Over here, you can see it's connected. So let's just see whether we are able to find this watch in our advanced scanning or not. So let's just start. So we will use Bluetooth CTL. Let me just type Bluetooth CTL again, and we will do power on and agent on. By now you should be familiar with these commands, and we will do scan, and this time we are going to do the scan on LE devices, low energy devices. So let's just hit enter and let the scan run for a few seconds. And let me type devices. Let me just stop the scan and let me type devices again. So over here you can see we are not able to see our Oppo watch in our scan. So let's just run this scan again, and this time we will use our jammer to disconnect all the devices. So let me just again start this scan, Bluetooth low energy scan, and let me connect my jammer. So over here you can see all the devices are disconnected again on my phone, and let's just stop this jammer, and you have to keep this scan running. While you are doing the jamming thing, you have to keep the scan running. So let me just disconnect the jammer, and now let me just stop the scan, and let's just see the devices. So over here you can see we found our Oppo watch and the MAC address of this watch. So you have to remember the MAC address, you have to note down the MAC address for further attack. So this is how we can find the MAC address of devices which are already connected, whether it's the Bluetooth classic device or Bluetooth low energy device. So in this video we are going to start with interception, and we will see how we can intercept the communication between two devices, and we will see how we can read different types of data while the device is transmitting that data. So over here you can see my watch. Let me just focus. So this is my another smartwatch, and we will see how it transmits data and what type of data we can see from this watch. So let's just start. So over here you can see my uh, adapter. So let me just do Bluetooth CTL, and we will do power on and agent on, and we will use default agent, and let's just use scan. And since our focus is only on Bluetooth low energy devices, we will use LA as an scan. So let me just hit enter, and it will start scanning, and you have to keep this scan running for a few seconds. So let me just do scan off, and over here you can see the devices which are available. So over here you can see this watch. This is my watch. So what we can do is we can try to connect with this watch. So let's just see if we are able to connect with this watch or not. So we will use connect keyword, and I have already provided the cheat sheet for all of these commands in the resources file, so you can use this cheat sheet. So let me just use the MAC address. The device is invisible again, so we will use scan LE again to scan, and let's just use connect keyword, and we will use the MAC address of the device, which is this, and let me just hit enter. So over here you can see we are already connected with this watch. Over here you can see the name of watch, and let me just stop the scan now, and now we are connected with this watch. So we will use menu dot keyword to enter in another menu. Over here we can see all the attributes available in this device. So let me just do list attributes, and over here you can see the list of attributes available in this device. So let me just go through this list. So over here you can see generic access profile, device name, we can access device name. Over here you can see service change attribute. Let me just go down and let me find something interesting. Over here you can see there is heart rate measurement, so we can see the heart rate data, and battery level. So let's just start with battery level. So what we have to do is we have to note down the attribute name, which is this. So let me just copy, and we will select this attribute. So let me just type select attribute, and we have to paste this attribute, and now we are in this specific attribute. So we can read data. So let me just do read, and over here you can see the battery status. So this status is in hexa form. You have to convert from hexa to decimal. So you can use any hexa converter. So this is the battery level. So let me just do list attribute one more time, and let's just see other attributes. So let's just start with heart rate as well. So we will see heart rate. So let me just go and see the attribute of heart rate measurement. So over here you can see heart rate measurement. So we will use this attribute now. Let me just copy, and let's just select attribute, and let's just use notify keyword for now, and we will use notify on. So if there is any change in heart rate, it will show us over here, and notification is on. So let me just show you in my uh, watch. Let's just start heart rate measurement, and measuring over here you can see, and over here you can see on my system we are able to see the heart rate data, and again we are getting this data in hexa form. We have to convert it in decimal. We can use any hexa to decimal converter. So see how much data we can read just by doing the intersection, and we haven't touched anything on the watch. As you have seen, this is all the data we are getting from within our vicinity. So the watch is sending this data to any app, and we are getting this data by doing the man in the middle attack. So over here you can see the heart rate data. Let's just do list attribute again, and over here you can see other attributes as well. We can see the firmware version string. We can see the serial number of the device,
So these are all the things which we can do easily. We have seen the battery level, and we can get the device information as well. So this is what we can do using this interception attack, and we can get so much interesting data using these interception commands without touching both the Bluetooth devices. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to talk about this NRF 52804 module. So this module also, we can also use this module for interception of Bluetooth devices. So we have seen interception in our previous video in which we use Bluetooth adapter. We can do the same thing using this NRF 52840 chip as well. So the difference over here is this chip provides us with the graphical interface. So we can do all these things which we have done through commands. We can do it through graphical interface. So it's not required. You can use this chip as well. It's recommended to have multiple tools, as I said. So let's just see this chip as well. First of all, let me just show you the software. So over here you can see this is the documentation, and I will provide these links in the resources file, so you can go to these links. And this is the software. This is the SDK which we are going to use for NRF. Let me just go on the documentation. So you have to download this tool. Over here you can see the download button, and let me just do the overview. So over here you can see this is the look of this SDK, and we are going to use this SDK in our next video. You can also update the firmware, although there is a default firmware on this chip. But if there is some issue in the firmware, you can just go on this link and getting started page, and there is a programming section, and over here you have to press this button to reset your device, and it will go in DFU mode, and then you can update the firmware. It's a pretty easy process which you can do it easily. So let's just see this in action, this device in action in our next video, and we will do the same interception attack using this NRF 5280840. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to see our NRF 52840 chip in action. So let me just open its software, its SDK. So let me just type NRF Connect for desktop. This is its SDK which you have to download. I have shown the download link in our previous video. So over here you can see Bluetooth low energy. We have to focus on this BLE section. So let me just open. And I have already connected my NRF chip with my system. So let me just go over here, and over here you can see our device. So let me just select this device, and over here you can see all the options in this device. So let me just start scanning. Over here you can see all the Bluetooth low energy devices. And we also have our Luna watch over here, as you can see, it's still scanning. So let's just wait for a few seconds, and the scan is done. So let's just connect our watch, and let's just try to see if we are able to connect with this watch or not. So let me just press connect, and over here you can see these are same options which we have seen in our Bluetooth CTL. So over there we have to use the connect command to connect with any device, and over here you can see all the attributes which we used to see using the list attributes option in Bluetooth CTL. So over here it's just a graphical interface with all the options which we have seen in our previous section, previous video. So over here you can see we have heart rate option. We can notify. We have battery option. So let's just see the battery. So this is uh, uh, the battery level. Over here you can see, although it's provided in hexa form, we can convert it in decimal, as I said. So all you have to do is you just have to use a hexa to decimal converter. You can find it online easily. we can read the heart rate. So let's just try to read the heart rate. Let me just press notify, and let me just go in my watch and let's just measure, and within few seconds we will start getting the heart rate. See, over here we are receiving data. So we are getting data over here, and we also have device option, device information option. We can find the firmware version on the watch. We can see the manufacturer over here. You can see all these details, firmware version, serial number as well. So these are important details which we are getting just by using our NRF chip. We can also get these details using our normal Bluetooth adapter as well. There are some generic attributes as well over here, you can see, and some generic access as well. So you have to play with these things. So this is how we can use our NRF 52840 chip to do the same intersection attack, but we have a graphical interface over here. Thank you.
So in this section, we are going to talk about some serious vulnerabilities which exist in Bluetooth protocol. So these vulnerabilities come from time to time during the researches when researchers do their research. So you have to keep an eye on these type of vulnerabilities. So the vulnerability which we are going to talk about in this specific video was discovered in late 2023. So all the devices, so most of the devices which were built before 2023, so these devices can have these type of vulnerabilities. So in this vulnerability, the specific vulnerability which we are going to talk about in this section, in this vulnerability, the attacker can inject keystrokes in a victim's machine or victim's device without any authentication or without any pairing. So it's a very serious vulnerability. So so if the device is locked or unattended, even then this vulnerability can also work. So this is a very serious vulnerability. So how you can mitigate or how you can defend against these type of vulnerabilities? So you have to keep your OS and firmware up to date of your device. You have to patch your Android and iOS versions, disable automatic pairing with unknown HID devices, and you also have to monitor unexpected behavior of your device. So if the device is behaving unexpectedly, so you have to also monitor that as well. So by taking all these measures, you can save yourself from these type of zero-day vulnerabilities. So we are going to use this tool, BlueDucky, to do the practical demo of this vulnerability. So let me just show you this tool, and I will provide this link in the resources file. So you have to download this tool from GitHub. So let me just download this tool, and let me just go in my machine, and let me just do git clone. So this is the tool which we are going to use, BlueDucky, to perform this vulnerability. Let me just go in this directory, and over here you can see this is the Python script which we are going to run. But before we run this script, we need to install few libraries. So the libraries are provided over here on this same GitHub link. So you have to download all these libraries. So let me download these libraries. So I've already downloaded these libraries, and I have already compiled this PyBlueZ and BlueZ as well. So all you have to do is you just have to copy these commands and you have to run these commands. So I have already compiled and run these tools. In our next video, let's just see this BlueDucky tool in action, and we will perform some live demonstration of this tool and see this tool in action. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to do the practical demo of BlueDucky, the HID script. So make sure you have downloaded all the libraries required to run this tool, and you have your adapter up and running. So let me just show you. My adapter is up and running. So let's just clear out, and we will run this script. And over here, it's asking us for the MAC address, or we can leave it blank if you want to scan. So let's just scan. Over here you can see the devices, known devices which are available in my vicinity, which I have scanned before. So let me just say no, and let's just scan again. So over here you can see all you have to do is you just have to keep your Bluetooth uh, on your phone, which is normally on most of the phones. So over here you can see it has found the known devices within my vicinity. So let's just target our device, which is on number one. So let me just select number one. And over here we have some example payloads. So we are going to use the same payloads which are available in this example, but you can create your own payloads as well. And we have discussed about these things like payload and other HID devices which you can connect with your system and do so many things. We have a complete dedicated course on HID devices and how you can create these type of payloads. So if you are interested in that, you can just go and check out that course. For now, we are going to use the example payload. So I'll use first example, which is on option 2. So let me just select option 2. So we are getting error. So we might have to run this tool one more time. So if you see this error, you just have to run this tool. So this is our device we already scanned, which is on number 5. So let me just say yes this time, and we will use number 5 and we'll do yes, and we will use example payload 1. So over here you can see the attack is started, and on my phone you can see the script is run, and it has just opened a link, YouTube link. So it can be any video, it can be any malicious link as well. So over here you can see we haven't touched our phone, and we just got this without doing anything on the phone. So this script just run without anything, without any connection. So these type of scripts are very dangerous. These type of attacks are basically HID attacks are very dangerous. So you can do these attacks without doing any connection, and you just need to know if the Bluetooth is on the victim device or not, and then you can perform this attack. So make sure your devices are fully patched and you're using the latest version of Android to save yourself from these type of attacks. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to do the same attack, the Blue Ducky attack, but this time we are going to use our Raspberry Pi 5, and we are going to use its built-in Bluetooth adapter. Over here, you can see I haven't connected any adapter. So we are going to use its built-in adapter to do the same attack. So let's just see this same attack on the same phone from Raspberry Pi 5. So over here, you can see I have taken SSH connection from Raspberry Pi 5, and I have already installed this Blue Ducky script. So let me just run this script. Let's just scan. We already scanned. So let me just scan it one more time. And over here in my phone, you can see the Bluetooth is on. So let's just wait. Over here, you can see we found two devices. So we are going to target our Infinix device. So let me just select one, and we are going to use the same payload, example payload 1. So let me just select option 2. So sometimes you get this reset error, but the script will run again within few seconds. And over here you can see the script run successfully. So over here you can see the script runs successfully, and we can do these attacks using our Raspberry Pi built-in Bluetooth adapter as well. So if you want to use the built-in adapter, you can also use Raspberry Pi built-in adapter for these type of attacks. Thank you. So now we are going to discuss another dangerous vulnerability which was discovered by Terralogic Security. And in this vulnerability, hackers can secretly spy on you.
So they can connect with earbuds or speakers which have a built-in microphone, and they can connect with it without users' consent and activate it to record audio. So this vulnerability exists in most of the devices which works on pairing mechanism without key pairing option. So we will see this vulnerability in our next video. So this is the link through which you can download this tool, Blue Spy, developed by Terralogic Security. So let me just show you. So all you have to do is you just have to download this GitHub link in your Kali machine, and you can use this tool. So let's just see this tool in action in our next video. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to do the demo of Blue Spy, and we are going to use our earbuds for this. We can also use a speaker. This speaker also has a built-in microphone. So let's just see this in action. It will make more sense. So let me just open my terminal, and let me just do HCI config. And over here, you can see my adapter is up and running. Let me just clear out, and we will go in this tool. You have to download this Blue Spy tool. Right. So let me just do ls. Over here you can see bluespy.py. We are interested in this file. So let me just clear out, and let me just type python 3 bluespy, and then with -a we need to pass the MAC address of our vulnerable device. So first let me take out my earbuds from its case. So these are my earbuds. Let me just keep it over here, and let me just get the MAC address. So over here you can see this is the MAC address of this device. Let me just copy, and let me just paste it over here, and let's just hit enter. And it's asking us for the password, and over here you can see it's saying this device is vulnerable. So let's just see. So over here you can see we are getting the card profile error. It's okay. This error is expected. So we need to manually run this card profile command. So this is the command. Let me first show you all the cards available, Bluetooth cards. So these are the cards available. So it's also saying to run this command. So let me just run this command to set it in headset mode, to switch basically Bluetooth in headset mode, and let's just hit enter. And now we need to record audio. So to record audio we need to use this record command, and then we need to pass the device. In device we need to pass the same card, and then we have to pass the file format, and we are going to use the wave format, and then we need to pass the file name. So let me just name it uh, test rc11.wave, and let's just hit enter. And now it's in recording mode. So let me just bring these earbuds near to me, and let's just say something: test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, and let's just do control C. So now we will copy this file in our Windows machine to run to play this file. So let me just copy this file on my Windows machine. So let's just play this file. And now it's in recording mode. So let me just bring the earbuds near to me, and let's just say something: test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, and so over here you can see we recorded audio successfully. So this is how we can record audio, and we can spy on these earbuds or these type of speakers which has a built-in microphone.
So similarly, we can do the same attack on our speaker as well. So let me just show you. Let me just clear out. So we need to know the MAC address of this speaker, and let me just run this command again. And this time we are going to pass the MAC address of our speaker. Over here you can see it's saying this device is vulnerable. And again we are getting the same error. So let me just copy this command, uh, profile command, and it's set. So let's just record, and we are going to use the same record command, and this time we need to pass this uh, this card with this MAC address, which is the MAC address of our speaker. So let me just copy this card number and let me just paste it over here. And again we are going to use the file format. So the file format will be wave, and we will save it on the root, and let's just name it rc test22.wave, and let's just hit enter. And now this speaker is also in recording mode. So let's just say something, test 123, test 123, test 123. Let me just do Control C, and again let's just copy this file on our uh, Windows machine. So let's just play this file. And now this speaker is also in recording mode. So let's just say something, test 123, test 123, test 123. Let me just do. So this is how we can spy on these type of Bluetooth devices which has a built-in microphone into it. Thank you. So in this video, we are going to do the scenario-based attack on our Bluetooth Classic device. So over here you can see my phone and my earbuds. So let me just first connect these earbuds with my phone. So let me just take it out. And over here you can see in phone earbuds are connected. So let me just keep these aside, and let's just keep it over here. So these earbuds are connected with my phone. Now I know nothing about these earbuds and this phone, so we know nothing about the MAC addresses or anything else. So this is what happens in real world scenario, right? So we will try to figure it out and how we can attack in real scenario in this video. So in real world scenario, you will not have access to the physical device like the earbuds or the phone of victim. You will only have access to your vicinity and the wireless data which is transmitting on that vicinity. So let's just keep this phone aside, and let's just keep these earbuds also on a side, and we know nothing about these things, right? So let me just move on my system, and let's just do HCI config. Over here you can see my adapter is up and running. So we will first scan our vicinity. So I'll use Bluetooth CTL, and let me just power on the adapter, agent on, and we will use default agent. Now we are focusing on only on Bluetooth Classic in this scenario. So we will scan with reader. So let's just start the scan. Keep the scan running for few seconds, and let me just do devices. So over here you can see, let me just turn off the scan for a second, and let's just do devices. So over here you can see we only have one device within our vicinity.
So we have to also know what are the connected devices. So the devices which are connected, we cannot see in this scan, right? As I told you before. So what we have to do is we have to start the scan again, and this time we are going to use our jammer to jam the signals. And once the device are disconnected, it will these devices will come in pairing mode again, and then we can see those devices in our scan. So the scan is running over here. You can see. Let me just connect my jammer and keep the jammer running for a few seconds. And on my phone, let me just show you the screen of my phone. So over here in my phone, you can see all the devices are disconnected. Let me just disconnect the jammer. And over here you can see we got one device. So let me just turn off the scan, and let's do just two devices. Over here you can see the MAC address of this earbud. So let me just copy the details which we have got. So let me just copy. Let me open Notepad, and let's just keep these details on site. So we'll use these details. So over here you can see we have one device which we can use for attack. So let's just exit from Bluetooth CTL, and now we can attack on this device. So we have options. So these are Bluetooth classic device. These are earbuds. So we can use Bluetooth spy attack on this device. So let's just see if we are able to do this attack, Bluetooth spy attack on this device or not. So let me just move in my directory. Let's just clear out, and we will use Python Blue Spy, and we will use the same MAC address of our earbud. So let's just hit enter, and it's asking us for the password. And over here you can see we are getting pairing error. That means this device is already paired with another device. So now you have to pause the video over here and think what you can do. So what we can do over here, we can again use our jammer and forcefully disconnect this earbud from its original source and try to forcefully connect it with our attacker machine. So let's just see how we can do it. So what we have to do over here, first let's just use our jammer to disconnect this device. Over here in my phone you can see the earbuds are disconnected. Now let me just hit enter one more time, and let me just disconnect the jammer, and over here you can see we are getting error, this device is vulnerable. And now we are getting our expected error. That means this earbuds are disconnected from its original source. Over here you can see, and now we are getting our expected error. So let me just use this command to set the card profile and make it in headset mode. And now we can use the record command, and let's name this file final one, and let's just hit enter. So now we are in recording mode on our earbud. So what we have done till now, we disconnected the earbud from its original source, and we have connected these earbuds forcefully with our attacker machine. So let's just do Control C, and let me move this file on my Windows machine, and let's just try to play this file. So now we are in recording mode on our earbuds. So what we have done till now, we disconnected the earbuds from its original source, and we have connected these earbuds forcefully with our attacker machine. So let's just. So over here you can see this scenario, and we successfully disconnected the earbud from its original source, and then connected these earbuds with our attacker machine. So in this scenario, as we started from the scratch, we know nothing about the earbuds or the device which is connected within our vicinity. So we did all these things in a scenario base. So we got the MAC address, and then we used this MAC address to connect with our attacker machine. So this is how you can perform scenario based attacks on Bluetooth classic devices. Thank you. So in this scenario, we are going to do the similar type of attack, but this time we are going to use the Bluetooth classic device. Over here you can see my watch, and my watch is connected with my phone. Over here you can see. So we know, as before, we know nothing about this watch. We know nothing about the MAC address of this watch, and we know nothing about this phone. So let's just remove these things from the screen, because these things will be in the hand of victim, and we will not have any control, physical control on these devices. As I said before, we only have control from the wireless, the data which is transmitting wirelessly. So let's just see how we can proceed in this scenario. So let me just remove these things uh, from screen, and over here you can see my system. So let me just do HCI config. Over here you can see the adapter is up and running. So we'll go in Bluetooth CTL. Let me just do power on, agent on, default agent, and this time we are going to do this attack on Bluetooth classic devices. So let me just do scan LE to keep the scan running for a few seconds, and let me just turn off the scan. Over here you can see, let me just do devices. So over here you can see the devices within our vicinity, but we cannot see our connected devices. So what we have to do, we again have to use our jammer. So let me just connect the jammer, and you can also use NRF24L01 jammer, which we created in the same code. You can use that jammer as well. So I'm using the built-in jammer. So let's just do scan on again on LE, and let me just disconnect my jammer. Over here in my screen on my phone, you can see that all the devices are disconnected. So let me just disconnect the jammer, and let's just wait for a few seconds to see if we are getting the watch or not. So let me just turn off the scan. Let's just do devices, and still we are not getting our watch. So we can again repeat the similar process. So let me just do scan LE, and let's just connect the jammer one more time. And the devices are disconnected. So let me just disconnect the jammer, and let me just do scan off, and let's just do devices, and now we can see our watch as well. So let me just copy the MAC address, so paste it over here, and let me just copy the MAC address only, and now we can use connect command to connect with this device. So let's just see if we are able to connect with it or not. Over here you can see device is not available, because the device is again connected with its original source. So again we can use jammer, and let's just wait few seconds to see if the device is disconnected or not, and we will use the same command to connect with this device. So let me just disconnect the jammer, and let's just try to connect with this device, and now you can see we are successfully connected with our device. Over here it is asking us for the uh, key pair. Let's just do yes, and now we are connected with our watch. So let me just turn off the scan, And over here you can see the device is disconnected from its original source and it's connected with our attacker machine. And now we can perform all the interception attacks which we did in our interception section. So let me just do menu, cut, list attribute. Over here you can see different attributes. So we can select any attribute. So let me just see. We can see the model serial number. So let me just copy this attribute to just give an example. So let me just select attribute and we can read. Over here you can see we can read the data from this watch, and we can also get other data as well. So this is how we can perform scenario based attack on BLE devices. So let me just remove this device. So let me just go back and let me just remove this device, and now this device is disconnected, and on my phone you can see now it's asking us to pair, right? So let me just pair with it, and now it's connected with its original source. So this is how you can perform Bluetooth based penetration testing of different devices, whether it's a Bluetooth classic device or BLE device. You can use these methods to perform these type of penetration testing. Thank you.